Exactly, have a little rest on the back.
Still crouched.
Well, at the moment, I think this is your previous on the left-hand side. Okay,
All right.
so over the ball there and the gap quite there.
I see. Oh, I think that.
Yeah, this one for me now, arms a bit more down from the shoulders there, nice and small little gap there. You just look a little bit more on top of the golf ball. So in a position there now. It may feel a massive change
to you. It
to you.
feels much more
Oh
over
yeah,
it,
but look how the difference is there.
Yeah.
It's probably that much.
Fractional, yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. And in golf, that much feels about 3 foot. And that's what always makes it difficult.
Moving
because,
in the right direction.
And that's the thing. I would say where you are there now is absolutely fine for that club. As the clubs get a bit longer, your hands will stay there, and there's your 3-iron position or your drive or whatever it may be, and there's maybe your sort of pitching wedge position. So your hands will always be in the same position relative to your body, just hanging down.
Yeah.
You know, from if you played rugby back in the day, you're in the gym and stuff and lifting weights, to lift any weight, your arms hanging down under your shoulders is the strongest position to hold a weight than out there.
Absolutely.
So the nearer your arms are to their vertical position of the shoulders, the more strength you've got and the more control and ability you have to manipulate the golf club. If you're stretching too far and the gap there's too big and you're on your toes, you're trying to reach out there, hitting the ground is almost impossible. Okay, so in terms of the movement now, what we're going to try and do is get that club a little bit more upright. So that visual of the wall behind you now as you go back, we can swing back, club going back nicely there.
Oh, still.
That's fine, that's not bad to be fair, that's pretty good, because at least the angle on there now for me is going down more towards the golf ball, which is great. So at least from there, as you come back to the golf ball, club can come back down nicely in line to the target line where the golfer wants to go. And as we see now, just good strike of the golf ball, good strike, and everything now can
still staying down a lot.
Exactly, and that will never disappear like that.
No.
It will take a little bit of time. I think part of the reason why the head stays down as long as it does for a lot of people is because I miss it in the golf ball. I'll look at the ball for as long as I can just to make sure I get good contact.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, when you get to a club head speed that you've got 70, 80 mile an hour with your 8-iron and upwards through your bag, you're not going to see the ball being straight. It's so fast. You can't see a ball being hit by a golf club at 70 mile. Your eyes can't pick it up. So what you're looking for is you're not going to see it anyway, but what we're trying to do is get that motion a bit more fluid, which will give the perception that you are swinging slower. Because when you swing it smoother, the last 3 or 4 shots you've hit would have felt smoother. You said this, that's the best I've hit them and so on. They felt smooth. The club head speed was still quite high, if not higher, because you were swinging more efficiently. So the club head speed actually gets quicker, but because it's smooth, we associate that with being slower. When the swing's jerky, out of sync, head down, arms up here, body all over the place, we go, that's too fast. The speed of the club probably doesn't change that much, if at all, and in some cases actually gets faster when you swing it smoother, because everything's working more efficiently together, and you're more relaxed under your shoulders there, so your arms can create more speed. If you're out there, I can't get much speed out there because my arms are too far away from the body. So the more you're reaching out here, the less speed, the less control, the worse you're going to get, and the chances are you're going to top everything, and then when you top it, or make a good contact, because you're too far in here, you'll get that hooky one that goes off to the left there. Or block shots off to the right, and your club will say will bottom out early.
The biggest difference I felt was the 2 or 3 that worked was I felt a lot more relaxed in the grip, and that made the
100%. I think people realise when you say to people, "Oh, you grip the club," they go, I'm not too bad. I'm quite loose." When I do that test with that thumb across, they're like, "Oh my God, is that how loose you?" And it is. That's literally how loose you're going to grip it, because you don't want to be strangling on for dear life. Because the problem is, if you miss it at golf ball and the club spins, we always go, "Oh, club moved, hands need to be tight to stop the club moving." That's the reason why it was a bad shot, because the club spun. If you miss it the golf ball off the club face by a smidgen, it's going to twist anyway. You can't stop that. But as long as you're gripping it securely in the fingers, your arms are hanging down, you're nice and loose and relaxed, the club can go up and therefore come down. At least in this position on the right-hand side, you can find the ground. Whereas on the left-hand side, now the club is a bit forward behind you on here now. Club coming, you look at that position there, the club's now behind you. That path of that club now is out here somewhere. So the club's going to bottom out early. Chances are you're going to top it as you come through, as you can see. If you did make a good contact, it just curved off to the left there. And then you probably start aiming further right to compensate for that, which makes it worse, unfortunately.
So I used to have a very close stance. I would actually try to open it up. The chances are I'd splice it.
To try and and that's the thing. Sometimes a lot of people when they're trying to make adjustments, they always try and they're clutching at sort of try and change one or two things, and it never comes to sort of fruition. So from your point of view, a couple of things to take away there in terms of setup, a bit more on top of the ball. You feel really on top. The one thing I would say is don't keep getting closer and closer and closer. Where you are there now is good. For me, that's fine with that club. Have a few practice swings with the wall behind you. If you got get an old club in the shop now, you can take them away from a few swings around. Think like they're lovely clubs. When you come back with a damage 8, I go, what are you doing with the club? Okay, and then we can make some swings. Again, just trying to find the low point of the swing. The golf swing is a circle. It has to bottom out somewhere. Okay, if it bottoms out behind the ball, we're going to top it more often than not. If it bottoms out just after the golf ball, we can get some better shots as you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that all make sense?
Absolutely, it
Good
does, yeah.
stuff.
Just a question of